mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense set on first down. Toss to the outside. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And the old school toss play, huh? They would just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space too out wide where you can see like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Right back to the well. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this run.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, they blocked the kick. First down here for the offense. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
He's more out of bounds at the 50. Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Young. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. They'll go to the air. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. They hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They're getting this guy lathered up. At midfield, he's got room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Iowa! What a catch and run for 6.
Man, what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pass on the way. It's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Got the quick pass. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hit as he throws. Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. On the move at the 30. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep it over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his target down the middle. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
And the offense got exactly what they wanted. They got the look. They dialed up the play. Everything was going great until they forgot to hold on to the football.
Yeah, it's plays like that that end up losing you games, right? And this is an offense that has playmakers, and they can create explosive plays, and they got one right there, but you just have to finish. You got to have better ball security. Give the defense credit, though. They forced the takeaway and changed.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Hawkeyes want to move quickly. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. Running inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
To the ground with the back. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 7 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilbert. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. That's caught. It's Gilbert. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
He's marked out of bounds.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has the ball back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fires into traffic, picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He wants to take the top off. Touchdown, Irish! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here? And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll throw it on first down. Looking left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Young. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll run the screen. Got room at the 35. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the punishment has been extended.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Notre Dame, 42, Iowa. 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. The back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They're trying to get to it. He fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, we knew this defense was going to be physical in this game. How about that hit on the tight end after a nice gainer preventing him from getting the 1st down?
He leaves it with his back. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll run the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued.
Notre Dame, number 86.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Iowa, 21.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Offense getting set for 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On target over the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this position.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll just keep slinging it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it on the left. Oh, look out. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous.
Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in on the left. Afterburner's coming. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all day long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Gilbert. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilbert. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Notre Dame, 56. Iowa, 35.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position.
Returner is brought down at the 14. And for Iowa, Hawkeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now. Looking for a deep man. Brings it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Gilbert. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Iowa! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The offense starts with a short field. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 56, Iowa 49.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Tight end finds a soft spot. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Young. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
They want to just keep throwing it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
And the yards just continue to stack up for this dude. We've already talked about he made over 300, over 400. Now he's over 450 on the game. He has been on fire.
Not only do you have the big gain and you sort of knock the defense back, but you're also set up in the red zone.
Yeah, they've got this defense on their heels right now after that big play. We talked about this offense being explosive. Now that they're in the red zone, let's see what they dial up next.
He's all the way down to the 3, showed it all on that run.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Young. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He'll take it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
He'll bring it back. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Line gets set, first down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the...
He unleashes a long one. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to pass on second down. Caught on the outside, it's Brown. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
He wants to throw here on second down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Wide receiver shows motion. On the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football.